Good morning, good morning. Out here trying to get some quick wins. Let's see what happens with the pre-market. Checking to see what kind of data we have coming up. But overnight, the market went wild. Went super, super wild. So honestly, today may be boring, choppy, droppy, and leads to the afternoon session. I'm guessing, but we have coming up in about 30 minutes at 8:30. We have PCE, unemployment claims. So looking for some volatility there. FYI, all these plays during this time is literally gambling, okay? So either you are prepared for what's going to happen, which can go completely wrong, or also be prepared for the opposite. It can go completely right. And I think today's super tricky, or this morning super tricky, just because what do? We're up. We're still up 1.2%, 280 points, and we have already had about a 100-point drop. This is wild. I really wish I would have just went long and went to sleep and woke up to a huge bag. But anyway, hindsight's always 2020. We're trying to get this in right now. And we're gonna give a shout out to Kayla. She is always looking for some money. A lot of pressure with Kayla. I'm gonna ask Kayla to give me less pressure and give me more grace, because I be feeling stressed and you don't know it. But we trying to get it in, okay? Anybody got some coffee out there? Cause I literally just rolled out of bed. Yesterday seemed to beat me up. I don't know why. Like, I'm just sitting here clicking buttons, but damn, I'm tired. I feel like I was out there doing a marathon or something. Oh, come on. Feel me. All right, I feel like 752, 748 is going to be a nice little level of support. Usually before data release, you start to see prices chop. So some of y'all may criticize my style here, but I'm gonna see green and I'm gonna take green. I'm gonna try to let the price come to me at this level of support, and looks like I'm gonna be taking profits at 768. I'm gonna do that on and off until it breaks. But I definitely want to have at least one contract before the news. But are we going to get a huge pop? I don't know. I don't know if traders got it in, if there's enough volume for that. I think everyone's tired, but we'll see, because I still can't believe we got all the way up to 845. What is going on here? We just completely skipped 700 pretty much with that 850. Every single dip just ripped. I'm so mad. I was just thinking we're gonna get a pullback, so I'll probably be cautious here. I'm not gonna take that risk here. I'll just wait for it to come back a little bit more. very small dips equal very large rips overnight, which it seems like Asia and New York session have been the better sessions to trade, at least for this week, at least. It has actually been good. There's been volume. Shit, it's been behaving normally. We haven't had any short squeezes. Yeah. If I could stay up all night, I would have. All right, cool. So look, we got I don't know, inverted head and shoulders. Me over here talking. I missed this second entry for that. And it could not be. Maybe we'll get lucky and I'll give me a wick down here. Yeah. Shit, I don't know. Chasing seems to pay these days, so here we go. Chasing seems to pay these days. Maybe we'll go to VWAP here. But I'm gonna go for this right here. Let's see what happens at VWAP. If y'all hear this loud noise, I got a huge mango tree in my backyard, and every 5 seconds, these huge mangoes are just torpedoing my home, my roof. Like, it's great to have a mango tree at the beginning of the season, and then towards the end, you get fucking tired of it. Just beat me up. All right, so far, let's go. I should have got 2 kinds chasing. All right, VWAP is VWAPing. Hey, let's go. All right, so I don't know about y'all, but this 160 is nice. Where am I at? Let's just lock in some of that. This is what happens when you chase everyone. It works out. All right, cool. Let me get that out the way if you want to keep going. So the point of control is up here at 788. Oh, damn, let's go. All right, I don't know, but let's go. Let's go. Where are we going back to? Are we going back up here? Are you serious? Shout out for the first trade of the day. All right, we seem to be hitting some resistance here. I might take this money. All right, fuck it. Yo, that was $400. I don't care about y'all, but that's significant for me. I wish it was a funded, but yo, I'm expecting something to come back. Just so y'all know, I don't short. I'd rather wait for it to come back, and I'll get a better entry for the long. I chase that one. I typically do at least 2 contracts. Hell, I've been trying to do 4. I just didn't expect this. Look at this. Shit. Whoa. All right. There's no way. Are we going back to 800 right now? All right, the way that I play pre-market or even pre-data is I expect some contraction. I want price to pull back to a level of support like what we have here, 753. Maybe I'm just too late. I mean, I actually planned to be on earlier. Um, Shout out to all the eyes I have. I'm brand new streaming as well. This is my third day altogether. I still don't know the Streamlabs well. I just make sure I'm just able to get my screen to show. So this is what it is. But still, pre-markets, I like to see price contract down to a level of support. We don't really have much information in terms of what support is because of where we've been or where we are right now in the market. Like I think 714 is a key level, 754 is a key level, 740. So this pump is nice. Shit, chasing it was great. Yeah, there's coffee here in Nicaragua, but somebody got to make it for me. Shoot, I just rolled out of bed. I got my kids sleeping, my wife sleeping. They don't know I am online right now. And Kayla likes to tell me how to trade. Kayla, I got this, girl, I got this. But you're right. I mean, look left, but as you look left, you see that we have ran, right? We got nothing but buy side liquidity from the moment that the market opened all the way up until recently with this. This is the first meaningful pullback that we've had. So I like to go and take my time, make sure I got good entry. I'm not taking a risk and potentially getting dumped and ran on. So yeah, I mean, I was expecting this to kind of hold, right? That's why I got in, but I did not expect us to come all the way back up here. So for all of you, I'm trading NQ. I'm not doing micros. I'm doing minis. I always do minis. And as you play minis, you play with fire as well. So either you get in good with the good entries, or you chase and be resigned to your fate, right? Just assessing this past trade, right? I chased it because I was hoping for us to come back and bounce. I like my favorite pattern is the double bottom. So I'm looking for a double bottom before I get in, and the double bottom didn't get in. We just got a straight head and shoulders and run, you know? So risk management is key. Yeah, you play by the fire, you die by the fire. Kayla knows this too, right? You may have some good wins. You have some significant losses too, and we're gonna try to minimize those. I wanna keep green, stay green, and not have to be stressing myself out by seeing red on my chart. So good entries. All right, look, we're building another base. Are we about to go for another pump? All right, before market data happens, I am gonna be in the play. That might be my ruin, being in the play because of market data. Like, I just don't think the pop is gonna be huge, but so far it is. Look, we're wicking up here. Maybe we're gonna double over for a little pullback. Give me something like, I don't know. Give me back the VWAP. Back to VWAP. I'll be more comfortable to go. Yeah, but we might do 800. It's crazy. We can easily go back to 800, but when we crossed over to 600 and we did 680, we couldn't get back up there. Price was just struggling to break 750. And then here we are now, just pushing up to 800 like it's nothing. Okay, cool. Let's go. So I want a steep, rapid pullback. All right, pullback. Yes, someone would say there's a fair value gap. Guess what? I don't really play those. I don't. I go for support, and I go for levels that I feel are right. I don't necessarily use any MACDs or anything. I use my EMAs, I look at my VWAP, and I just go with my gut feeling as well on where we are with price action. This is my style, this is how I do it. You know, this right here could be some support, but we also have this skinny, thin structure as holding a support. We're just super bullish. So any pullback seems to be, oh my God. I don't want to chase it. I don't want to chase it. I hate chasing. So before I started doing futures, I played options, SPX. That's my thing. And you learn quickly. You don't chase. You can go with your hunch. If you don't really chart, then you don't chase. You pay greatly for messing around with SPX. So I just don't chase. I really learned the discipline to just wait. But what we got right now, we got to be situational. And 753 was a fire entry. I was just fumbling around. I was thinking maybe I got a little bit more pullback. All right, y'all, fuck it. I'm about to go against. This is entertainment only. I am about to just chase again. Fuck. No, I'm not. I am not. I'm waiting. I'm still trying to find out how to get to my feed. Hey, everyone who's in the chat, can you please hit the like button? The like button will help me out greatly. First thing we do is hit the like button so I can be seen by the algorithm. Other people can see that I'm trading pre-markets. There's not a lot of traders that are doing pre-markets. They're not. They're talking pre-market. They are all this other stuff, but they're not trading. So if you could do me a favor, like it. Hey, share it to a friend. Let them know there's a brave soul out here willing to risk their accounts for your entertainment. I am not sponsored by anybody. I don't get free accounts from anybody. But yeah, we are out here trying to make it. Also, I got a Discord that I'm starting to grow a community with, and I am going to be sharing this with everyone. All right, multitasking. Already. Shout out to the Preneur Trading Collective. We are a group of traders who are just looking to sharpen our edge. We are looking to take advantage of these markets, take our profits, and go buy income. Buy a business, invest it in your business. We are serial entrepreneurs. We're not just sitting here waiting for the markets to feed us. We are consistently looking to make money in many different ways. So we're just trying to take advantage of the opportunities that are presented by NQ, because if you learn these charts, it can definitely be beneficial. But we got other things going on. All right, look, I'm about to just get in right here. This is good entry. Am I gonna get it right here? I don't know. It's looking weak. definitely sitting on this EMA. So okay. What can happen? What is the worst that can happen? I hate letting price pass me by. I hate it. Um, Here we go. Let's go. But I'm gonna keep a tight stop. I'm gonna give it back to VWAP. I'll get another entry here. So I'm working on an eval account right now. All I need is, I don't need, but I want to get 1,500 total profit. And then I'm done for this one for the day. This is day 2 on this one. It was down significantly on day 1. I don't know what I was doing, playing around. But go ahead and give me that. Ooh, let's go. Up. So fast, so fast. Oh, okay. Actually, I should have stayed in. That was my entry. All right, y'all. So we're about to get up to this data. Things that I notice as soon as we come up to the data is the volume starts to flood the market. Price starts getting very volatile. We got huge whips that we'll see prior to the release. And it's one of those sell the news. So buy the rumor. Rumor is data's about to come out in 5 minutes. And then you sell it at 8:30. Hopefully we get a good 10, 15 point pop. But also it could drop. I'm not really sure how I feel about the data coming out. PCE. We're expecting 0.3%. The last two have actually been, well, the last one was slightly higher, so it was a beat, so maybe, but I don't know. This economy is doing well, obviously, but there's a lot of things that could be making it do a lot better. And we have unemployment claims. And unemployment, we have been doing much better than expected the last 5 releases. And you know why that is? Because most employers are not reporting the layoffs. I know that for a fact. I work for a large Fortune 100 company right now. I have been given my notice that I'm going to be terminated on October 31st at the end of Q3. And I think they're doing that for everybody. I mean, I think a lot of companies are doing the same thing. So, you know, if they're masking their layoffs, the numbers are just going to reflect that. So right now it's looking like they're not doing layoffs. They're not letting people go. And I'm fine with the layoff. I'm not looking for a new job actively. I'm like, give me my severance. I'm not leaving that money on the table. I've actually had 2 other offers, 200K plus 200,000 in equity. I told them no respectfully. And the reason why is, first of all, I'm not walking away from my severance package. Give me that. That's free money. As you know, as an entrepreneur, we're not leaving money on the table. I have another vesting cycle come up, so that's going to be another 15 right there of this respected company's stock, which pays dividends. You know, passive income. I'm trying to do that all day long. I may take opportunity to get another role elsewhere. should I feel the pressure, but right now I don't feel the pressure. Like I said, I'm new to the futures markets. I've been doing futures now, I don't know, 3 months, I believe. Um, this one right here is an eval, but I do have fundeds that I play with, and I got several others with Tradeify. I just recently got a Bull Knox funded also for the first time. So, we got bank accounts that, on an hourly basis, I make more money here than working for this company. And I invest a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of passion to these employers. So if they want me, they're going to have to pay me, and they know that. And I'm not really inclined or forced to find something right now. I'm in Nicaragua, as Kayla has said. I'm currently in Nicaragua. I am a digital nomad, if you will. So I travel often, and I want to keep that freedom. All right, here we go for the pullback. All right, cool. I'm just going to be prepared for what's to come. I'm not going to take a huge loss here. I'm actually going to get out the way of this. I'm willing to risk that. Playing pre-market data, you're going to win some and you will lose some. I may look for another contract because all right, we got 30 seconds. Let's see what happens. Why did I put my stop loss here? Just because I want to see we get 30 points. Fuck it. I don't know. This is very bullish though. This is bullish right here. Doesn't mean anything about what's about to come out though. 10 seconds. Bam! They took me out. Ain't that a bitch? See, and look, my entry that I wanted would have been great. So if I would have got in where I wanted to, I would have stayed. Damn, if I would have had a longer stop. I don't really like hugging, but I did. And honestly, just with the reaction here, the data was, what was the data? Actually, we don't have the PCE yet. Okay, so the data is not bad. Unemployment claims, we're expecting 222,000. We got 218, so that was a beat as expected. PCE 0.3%. We have 0.3% as expected. Personal spending was expected at 0.4. It was down at 0.3. So that was the only red category there. And then personal income is actually up. Expected 0.2, 0.3. Look at me. Look, if we had a better stop loss, we'll be in the money now. So that was a 300 point hit right there. But anyway, that's what happens. You get the opportunity to win big. And look, my stop it was trying to come here, but it took me out first. Anyway, this is all entertainment. I was in a play. I want to make sure y'all see me in there. Now we come back down here. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? What are you gonna do? Come on. You couldn't feel my cell? All right, cool. right, so we got some little volatility around here. I want right here. All right, so that was round one, pre-market data at 8:30. Now we got the run up to market open, 9:30 for New York session. My motto: the bulls like the rush out the gates at market open. I think right now there's a lot of FOMO. There's a lot of traders, maybe even market makers, who have watched this price run all the way up to the 850s without them. So, with that in mind, I think we're going to have a pop at market open. With that in mind, it's all about good entries. I guess I'm gonna get in right here. VWAP seems to be holding. We're still trying to figure out what we want to do with price. And oh my God, am I gonna chase again? Yeah, so this streaming and talking is also getting me out of my game because usually I'm already on it. You better come back. You are killing me right now. All right, so we're gonna let price come back to me. I am not chasing it. I feel like this is gonna be our local top. This is our resistance that is meaningful for the local, for the current time, 812. This is a meaningful support right here, 770. I want in at 770. I'm cheap. I'm not trying to give anything to the market. I hate chasing. That was 20 points of me fucking not being in the play. Man. How do I sound? I feel like I sound sleepy and muffled overall. Is that? Yeah. Come back to me. Come back to me. Come back to me. All right. I'll give you a respectable entry. All right. Give me VWAP. But I like these wicks. I want the wick play. I love it when I get tagged in and I'm green. I can't believe the wick. I was looking at this too. I was just like, this is interesting. And we're at the, I guess this is the bottom of the volume of the value area. Don't pay attention to this stop. Trust me, I'm not gonna let this stop play out. Okay. We're gonna let price settle down. We got what I like coming up. We working with a little double bottom. Come on down here. Or are we gonna do Wu-Tang with a whack bottom? The whack bottom. Oh, guess what? My kids are awake. I got a 2-year-old and a 7-month-old who do not like to sleep in. It's crazy. They always awake. All right, so here I am. I hate watching price. I should have been in at VWAP. I actually should have probably even had my stop loss below VWAP and let VWAP help me out. But you know, hindsight 2020. Thanks, T. Thanks for joining, T, as well. Shout out to T, brand new trader in the house, learning these markets. I've been giving her a crash course, straight up crash course, but she's been doing the work, putting in the time, and she's been having some success. She's been having some lessons. We've been having lessons overall. This market is teaching us. All-time highs is all about lessons. You know, I mean, we paying our own tuition here for this potential success. You know what? I am not going to resign to chasing. We need a pullback, and it needs to give it to me, or we're just going to be watching me, listening to me talk. But damn, I wish I would have got this. What was I doing? Why did I not get in right here initially? All right, so this looks to be our top resistance of the range. If you're somebody that shorts, you know, you start building your short position here. I do not short. I've been ran over too many times. I had my head clean, knocked out too many times in this bull market trying to short. So yeah, y'all can have it. I'm gonna watch until it comes back to me. But yeah, this area, build a short position. Down here, we're long. Is 775 and 800 going to play out as key levels of support resistance for New York Open? Absolutely not. This is just where we are for the remainder of pre-market. But all right, it looks like we're grinding up. This is where you test your fortitude. Do you chase? Go against all your rules. Go against all of your healthy boundaries that you put in place to ensure that you stay successful, stay profitable, or do you chase and risk it? You know what I mean? It is a casino. You can put it all on red, put it all on green. I'd rather not. Well, I think I do all on green, but I'm gonna do green at support. Key support. Look, we got all of this support right here, all of this confluence right here. So I like what we got. And this right here was this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. I'm gonna cry about it until I'm done. All right, so here we are again, right back at 812. I'm not gonna lie, I do have a lot of FOMO. I really, really do. I'm just like, if my time is here, it needs to be paid. I don't like to just watch it and not get anything. Taking the bumps and bruises as they come. That's correct. There's a lot of bumps and bruises along the way. That's why, I don't know, that's probably why I feel the way I feel this morning. Like I was out there just doing a workout of the day, CrossFit, going hard for the whole day or something. Like I feel like I've been in a competition. Yesterday's price action at the beginning of the market open or during the normal market session, but pre-FOMC was not bad. Huge wins. It was actually good price action, at least for me, what I like to see. And then J-Powell gets on. And then, FOMC does that anyway, right? It's very volatile, so it's expected. But damn, we went from near all-time high at the time, all the way back down to 380. So from 525 down to 380, almost 200 points. And then it bobbed down there for a long time, was acting like it was gonna possibly go lower. So faking my ass out, you know, from getting in at a good level. I got in. I actually got a nice little win, and of course, we ripped it all the way back up. Then Meta and Microsoft announced their earnings, and we went all the way up here. I could have been at the very bottom, riding this wave all the way up, and I wanted to, but I had 3K, and I was like, let me just take the 3K, you know. But that 3K could have easily been 15, 20, easily. No more than, yeah. I had 4 cons at the time. I want to fund it, take profit. Always what could have been, what should have been. I was actually at the time looking to get into a SPX long swing. Contracts was dumb high, dumb high, too high. I mean, I could have got a couple, but I was just like, you know what? I'm not even playing around with that because watch, my luck, we gapped down, but instead we got this huge gap up. 300 points. The market is on steroids. There is no way we're up 300 points from yesterday. I mean, it's absolutely a way, but still, this is ridiculous. All right, here comes the pullback. This is what I like. Let's see how aggressive it is. I want it to be super aggressive. I mean, you know, if it's like an instant dump down here, then I'm expecting a immediate bounce back up. If it's gradual, then I'll probably move my entry back down and I'll let it play out to where it's trying to come to. So far, it is not as aggressive as I like to see. But also, this could be a pullback for a continuation. Let's see. We got our low here, low, higher low. Could be looking for a higher low right here for another push up. It's just that we got to play with in mind New York Open is here. And with New York Open, I feel like there's like a gentleman's code, if you will, for the London session doing a handoff to New York. Usually we come back to some known level of local support and the handoff happens for New York Open. I want to see I'm always trying to play the pop up. As we saw yesterday, market open, it was a pop down that came down to close the gap, perfectly closed the gap previous session, and then popped up, which I actually got in at that gap open. But anyway, the gentleman's code, I'm expecting that to happen for them to play nicely. Give us some pullback. Allow these FOMO traders an illusion of a good entry to chase, right? They're chasing already. We're all chasing right now at this level. And hopefully there's enough momentum behind all that we see a very, very nice green candle to go back to try to touch these previous all-time highs overnight. So 845. I think I would love to see us bounce back up to 845 before we retrace to close the gap. Do we close the gap? I'm not sure. I am not sure. I would get in here. You know what? I'll get in right here. Why? I mean, VWAP is 15 points away. It's probably not wise to get in right here. But this is for entertainment purposes only. And you get to see what happens for a perma bull who is going to play as if we are looking to find some support. And I mean, this is a key level here anyway. And also, I'm not going to hold this long either. I'm going to fucking take the money and I'm going to run. But if it's going to give me a pop here, that'll be nice. All right, right, we are fooling around with the 20 EMA right here. Yo, it's $100. Guess who's gonna take it? Not me, apparently. Give it to me. You know what? Let's see. Let's just see. All right, y'all. I don't know. I'm not really trusting of this level of support holding. I'm greedy. I want my $100. Okay. Take. I said I wanted 100. I got 120. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start playing my 2 contracts as I normally do, so I have a runner. But still, I think this is a good TP. 804, 88. I'm just, all right, so this is our higher low. But I'm still with the mindset that, hey, we got to pull back for New York Open. I mean, can we reflect some? Can we just go back and look at what we got? I got to do better in terms of a color scheme of things, but this is what happened overnight. Okay, we did all of this. So we started at 688, went up to 845. We are currently at the top end of the balance of the overnight range. And looking at the big picture, we are in, I guess, a local downtrend, right? Up, down, looking to do a break of structure, but is it closing out here? I don't know. But that's probably just a steeper dead cat bounce because of just how steep of a decline it was. But maybe we're trying to make our ways down back to 700s. I mean, look at this. I like this right here. I like this level right here too, 714. So, you know, that's how I'm imagining it playing out. And then we got this gap. Look at this big ass hole right here. Gaps get filled. Does it get filled today? It doesn't have to. Is it going to get filled tomorrow? It doesn't have to. We have Amazon reporting earnings aftermarket. We got a lot of people. Who do we have? Today, earnings is going to be even crazier. So we have, and I will show you all like the earnings list and everything, but I just don't have that up just yet. All right, for earnings today, pre-market, we have CVS, Roblox, MasterCard. You know, NQ is going to be raging, honestly. And then aftermarket, we have Apple, we have Amazon, we got Strategy, we got MicroStrategy for those who are not hip, but MicroStrategy, you know, the company with the largest holding in Bitcoin, they usually suck on earnings, but they are where they are because they own a shit ton of Bitcoin. We have Coinbase reporting. We have Reddit reporting aftermarket. We have Cloudflare reporting aftermarket. We have Roku aftermarket. If you can't see and you don't know anything, just go long. You know what I mean? Make sure you are long at market close. Expect some volatility for sure. But if you get in at the low of the day, just go long and hold it. I promise you, you will hit your financial goals today. Are these companies going to all beat and have the same reaction as Microsoft and Meta? Probably not. If you look at Amazon, which I have it right here, look what Amazon did after market at the announcement of the news. They went up for 5-6%. So they had sympathy to the other news, and why? Oh, investors are feeling that Amazon is going to have a great earnings as well. So we need to go ahead and play in. And look at my favorite pattern, the double bottom right here. If you're an options player, wow. But also, what is to be taken note of is Amazon has already had a 5% pop on no news, on no data. So when they report their earnings after market, could Amazon change everything that we have right now? Could Amazon bring the market down because now that they are going to have underwhelming numbers, the market follows along with them? Probably, because Meta and Microsoft had overwhelming numbers and the market went along with them, enough for Amazon to say, hey, we're going to get out of control here. So, today, Amazon is looking for a nice retrace. It should. There's no reason for it to be this high. We don't know what the numbers are, the data is. So Amazon could be impacting the market today negatively. And we saw, let's take a look at Meta, where they are right now. All right, Meta, crazy, up. They were up 12% overnight, and they're holding. So Meta could probably hold right here and then push up, continue to push up. I mean, Meta just been on one. If you guys were wise enough to invest in Meta back in 2022, this was $80 a share, $90 a share. Now $7.73. I didn't buy enough Meta, but I did buy because I was like, there is no way it can get lower. There is no way. And sure enough, Meta, all the companies were this low. Tesla was at, I think it hit $100 a share. At the same time, it then took off. But anyway, Meta is holding. Meta's going to keep the market where it is. But Amazon, this is a fraud. You know what I mean? This is illegal activity right now. So I'm looking for this all to be just checked. We got to be revisited because there is no justification for Amazon to be up where it is. We're just hoping that they beat and do the same as Meta and Microsoft. But if you're familiar with the Google actually had really good earnings, but they didn't hold their price. Who else do we got? We got Coinbase. Coinbase is opening with a gap up. They're following the sympathy of all the good news. Crypto's going wild. Bitcoin all-time highs. And while crypto is in their bull run, you can expect Coinbase to have a lot of success with premiums. As investors are buying more crypto, Coinbase, if you use Coinbase, they're not cheap to buy any currency with them. So they're going to be making a lot of money. I think they're trying to get in the futures or are in the futures already, crypto's futures. So there's a lot of reasons to anticipate them to have strong numbers. But in pre-market, we are already giving them credit for the thought that this might happen. And so when they actually release the numbers, do we have a pop or do we have a drop when you hear the news? It could be a drop, a higher chance, just because we gave them 3% for free. So all of this rambling to say is, I don't know, maybe when we get the earnings release after hours today, it is probably going to be a sell because we are giving them credit for doing super well. Let's look at Roblox. RBLX. Look at Roblox right now. Oh, shit, 20%. Okay, so did I miss it? All right, so Roblox has already announced. Oh, wow. Yo, this is a kid's game. Roblox was just $50 a share not long ago. Yeah, it was $50 a share in April. Now it's 124. Look at this chart. Oh my God. Yeah, so Roblox did its thing. You know, they say we're in a pre-market 149. They're saying we're in a potential recession. But if you're looking at Roblox as a gauge for, you know, mom and dad's pocketbooks, we got money. We got money on top of the tariffs that we're paying extra money for, on top of the increase of our consumer goods and costs for entertainment. Everything's high, but we got money. The kids can buy all of that virtual stuff in Roblox. Hopefully, they're keeping them safe from all of the pedophiles on that platform too. But anyway, I digress. Let's look at MicroStrategy. This is just going to be a pre-market review, as I'm probably missing my entry. Now I gotta also get this off. Well, that was the entry I had. And then we got continuation. And yeah. You know, as a trader, I myself am trying to become more disciplined and more convicted to my TPs. You know, $100 grab is great, but this should have been 360. You know what I mean? And with my regular size of a minimum 2 contracts, 720. Anyway, we're gonna get a pullback coming up here soon. All right, I like 780 as a potential entry. Uh-oh, there she is. All right, y'all, I'm probably gonna have to go on mute here. All right, wait. So just what I'm noticing, you know, we're building a McDonald's. Are we gonna come back? I don't know. I don't like a double top pattern more so than I like the double bottom. For me, double bottom is more consistent. Double top in this market doesn't necessarily always pan out. But when you see it and it does pan out, and for those who call it, they're like, I told you. Yeah, but it doesn't always work. You know what I mean? It doesn't always work. Not with the percentage of a double bottom. Shit, double bottom to me, then 80% success there. Double top in a bull market, good luck. All right, so this is a level of support. I wanted to come back to me, and I'll probably get in one, just in case I go in drawdown. But honestly, like what I like to see is boom, 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 boom. Like this just get longer and longer. I want this type of action right here. I want that type of action. And if that type of action happens, then that gets us back to at least a decent entry. But let's see. ES. Look at ES. Oh, ES has swept its all-time highs. Come on. All right, I got baby boy Ray here. Tell him I don't like to sleep. Oh, but anyway, what I was starting to say. So we just swept all-time highs on the 4-hour on ES. So we got that liquidity sweep. That could be potential for us to now backtrack and fill the gap. Does it have to happen? Absolutely not. Like I said, there's a lot of catalysts, a lot of reasons for the market to stay bullish, but ES is the king, right? This dictates a lot of the price action and volatility that we'll see in NQ. A lot of the companies are tech companies, so NQ has the edge right now. Um, all right, my son, he's gonna talk. But anyway, but ES has swept all-time highs overnight, which is a reason for us to really run. Big reason why we ran overnight. But since they swept, we could be seeing a retrace and possibly come back to this low. Possibly. I don't know. We're definitely still in the uptrend. Look at that. That was yesterday. That is a crazy hammer. Shout out to everybody who made money there. It was a huge opportunity. But we can get the same thing down. We'll see at market open. So it's really a risk to be bullish at market open. But I do want price to come back down to a reasonable, respectable level of support, right? To give the illusion to the FOMOers, the bulls. There's more bulls than bears out there, that they got a good entry, and they could possibly get 80 points to the all-time high, 100 points to the all-time high, right? But when the market opens 9:30, it could be a dud, and we just big red candle. So be prepared for that. But in the meantime, the volatility should still be popping until market opens. So let's see. Not sure how you all like the pre-market session. I think I'm gonna start doing these more and more consistently. Pre-market, I feel, is a gift and a way to help monetize all these extra features that I want to put into the community. I will probably start making this a subscriber only or member only session. But right now I'm nobody. I got nobody. So, but just letting you all know, the OGs here are probably going to keep the access. But I am definitely going to start monetizing with this because there's no one else out here trading pre-market. And right now the algorithm is not on my side. So no one knows about me. But you know, if you have some reach, you got some pull, hey, share the link, tell a friend. Even if I'm not in a trade, as you see, we can do some pre-market review and see what's going on and how to prepare for the New York session. But yeah, hopefully we can make some money here. I'll do my best not to have my kids around. But it's also preschool time, so usually we got to get ready. So I'll get my setup better in the meantime. Yeah, super loud. Vai dar banho? No? No, hace ducha. It is really, really hot here in Nicaragua. And every morning, we like to throw the kids in the shower. Me too. My baby boy, he's starting to be more and more of a beatbox. So yeah, right now it's like go time for the family. So my apologies for all the background noise, but my kids run the house. I'm nobody here. I'm just a man trying to buy snacks and fruit punch. Hey baby boy. Hey baby boy. All right, cool. So, all right, I'm bored. I'm gonna get in. I'm bored. I'm going in. I mean, we got what is looking to play out as a double bottom too. You know what? I'm gonna live by the stop loss. I might get stopped out. at market open, I'm gonna probably end the stream at yeah, market open, and then I'll probably be back and be on later. This is a bad time to get bored. What, Ray? What do you want? Here. Are you gonna play? All right, play nicely. All right, cool. See, double bottom. I like the double bottom more than I like the double top. I just like it. Uh-oh, I got $100. Uh-oh, I got $160. Uh-oh. See, I hate going to break even because then that just means, oh, I might be cool to take only $40. Like, hell no. Come on, W, give me that. Every time I do this, I'm like, 2 contracts, that would have been 260, 240. All right, y'all. I don't like this. I'm taking it. Ah. Anyway, I'm gonna do it again. This is, let's see. This support has been holding, right? Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. If you're gonna give me a big candle down, then I don't know. You know, you got to be kind of cautious just in case it decides to break the trend and come down a little bit, cheat down a little bit more. But every time this has held and has been going. I mean, it's only a couple $100, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, this account could have been at limit already. Here I am going with 2 contracts. I don't like it. You know, working with Tradeify, I wish it was just easier to put in a potential position and I don't have to like chase it as it bobs around with price. Of course, I like it when it actually does it while I'm trying to chase, but not when I'm trying to get position. I don't know. Are we going to hold this here to push up? Again, is it going to hold this trend? Let's see. It's a $100 risk. Also, it's better to get stopped out and get another entry, right? I feel like this is a risky entry. I feel like the trend could break. We are just now getting close to market open. So we could just see a huge pullback, like I said, as we are looking to prepare for New York session open and get a respectable bull trap. So don't move your stop loss. If you get hit, you get hit. Fine, that's a $100 hit. I can get another entry, right? And make it back. But again, if we just played the trend, and I'm talking to myself more than you all, but also speaking out loud. If we just played the trend, just wax it. You know what I mean? And by the time we take that $100 loss, that one didn't work, but the others did, yeah. So now the 20 EMA, if this starts to act as resistance, then that's your sign that we are not going to make it, that this trend is over. Come on, give me that. I'll take that. Just boop. All right, y'all. I like 3 digits. Well, see, and then instead of me taking my money, I get stopped out, honey. Oh well. All right, cool. So the pullback is happening. We are starting to break the support. We're coming down. So let's just watch it do that. Oh my gosh. Also, a tight stop loss is your friend, but also a tight stop loss kicks you out of a play. Morning, Jaden. Welcome to the crew. I don't know, I can't see the actual thing, but as a reminder, everyone, please hit the like button. Oh, look at this. Look at this, man. Don't you do me that way. It's all good. I promise you, I'll hit this this profit target in no time at all. Look right. I let you down. You were free to run around. But no, you came right back to me. And now you're complaining. Never satisfied. All right. So, I love when TP, my take profit, gets hit. I love that. But also, if I see $100, $200, I'm like, I'll take that and I'll rather get in. But if it sucks when you take the profit and the price continues to run away with you, without you. And so, you know, TP is king. All right, so cool. So that was his bounce. I think that we are going to cheat. Ray. I think that we are going to cheat down. As you see, we're starting to have come down at this, you know, I don't know what you want to call it, wedge. We're building a wedge. And as we build this wedge, you know, it's honestly bullish activity. We're just building support to hopefully eventually push back up. So is this going to be, this is the point of control. This is basically the indicator where the level is where the bulls are in control or bears are in control. So we're bullish over here. And yes, VWAP is almost the same thing. You know what I mean? Look at this. This is where I wanted to get in originally, right? And I didn't. Why? I'm just gonna let it play. Let's see. Are we going to? See what I'm saying? Just. So this is what I was expecting, right? Price to pull back in preparation for market open. It is aggressive, like I like. It's in the middle of space. I mean, yeah, this is a level of support right here, or has shown that support. But let's see, we're gonna get back to VWAP. Give it to me. Also, you don't want to try to catch a falling knife. So I really hate just having my buy ready for this to take me out, because who knows, it could overshoot, it can be a huge wick down here, and then it'll come back up to this level, right? But I'm doing this as a reference for you all who are looking along. I would really like to get in at 752. I would love that, honestly. That's where I would like to go. So I got my primary entry right here. I would love that. It may be a market open. We could probably see a flash dump here, and we're gonna watch to see if it holds. And then for market open, we got 10 minutes before it opens. Let's see what happens at VWAP right here. Yasmin, my daughter, just loves opening her lunchbox and taking out the food and eating it right now. I think that's all of us too, as we get lunch, if we go to work, right? But the first thing she does is open it. Oh, look, you two. Give me a break. Yasmin, my eldest, is my youngest likes to copy her and follow her along. So whenever he sees her, he cries just like he sees his mom or something. Somebody help me. Somebody help me. Oh, what I was gonna say, share to a friend the stream, hit the like button if you can. Absolutely give me the like, I need it. The algorithm doesn't know I'm out here. Yeah, thanks for joining. I am gonna plan to do this every morning, Monday through Friday, pre-market. So use me as confluence, I ain't the best trader. I'm not a great trader. I'm a regular trader. I take losses just like all of us. I make wins also. But I think it's always good to trade along with someone and just have a little conversation while we're at it. Maybe something I do is helpful for you. If you got a strategy that you like, feel free to share that. I'm all ears. Always interested in learning more things, right? Some will say, well, Lorraine, if you expected the market to pull back, oh shit, I am not Lorraine, I'm Preneur X. Preneur X, if you're expecting price to pull back, why don't you short it? Sorry, y'all, I had to go raise my voice at my terrible two. She has food in her hand. We're making waffles. It smells amazing in here. All right, cool. So this might be entry. VWAP is holding. This might be an entry for market open play. High risk. This is all gamble. There is no structure here. There is no key support. I'm coming in with the assumption that we're going to get a pop because of all the FOMO, and that's that. That's it. I'm willing to die by this. I'm gonna give myself a little room just in case we get a little extra wiggle room for entry. But it's one of those things, either it works or it don't. If it hits my stop loss, it hits my stop loss. But hopefully this one plays out better for me. I might even, I was gonna say I might even average in. But we got 10 minutes or less than 10 minutes. I really don't, it could come back here. So we gotta see what happens. But I think this is a respectable pullback in anticipation. We got the wicks here that are showing that we are using this, pushing off this level, and looking to hold it. It could all fail. Got a shout out to my wife also. I went into the room to get my charging cable for my phone. She has all iPads and phones on the stream. Let's go. All right, so we are still breaking VWAP. Maybe we come and hold this as support. I am gonna probably do the worst thing that you should do once you're in drawdown, which is buy. Look at us, we're coming right back to the VWAP. But sometimes you want to average down, right? You want to get a better overall average, so you can. I could have had another $200 move banked into my position. All right, so as we start to push up, you should definitely follow along, show your stop. But we're still holding. So this is key. This level right here is key. Who likes Belgian waffles? I do. My wife just handed me one. All right. Anyway, I was gonna say, I do not want to get stopped out. I am not going to get stopped out. I'm in this play for a reason. I'll average down. Oh no. Oh, I can only do so many contracts, so it's not gonna allow me. This is not looking good. Not looking good. Don't do me that way. It did me that way. I'm still here. Not because I got stopped out, but because Queen Yasmin, who doesn't want to eat her waffles, is trying to eat mine. All right. Anyway, like I said, I want this as the entry, right? Is it gonna give it to us? No. I was up. Now I'm down 260 on this account. I don't care. I'm gonna promise you I'll hit go. All right. You know, it's always tricky when you're trying to pre-market. You know, like the market is shooting back, is giving back a lot of the gains that it's had. So there's a lot of reasons for us to pull back. There's a lot of reasons for us to not pop at the open. There's a lot of reasons for us to just go short and just let that play out. More reasons than positive. Go eat. But you know, you gotta always look left. You gotta always look at where we are in terms of our spatial positioning to price. Look at that 15-minute candle. So this area right here, all these wicks, relevant support for the overnight session. So if I'm looking to get some money back, I'm looking for them to do it right here. I'm gonna do one contract for now, just because, look at that. You better give me that one. You better give me that one. All that you doing now. Hey, all right, now we are in territory. I don't know. That was a big move. Big move. Let's see where we're holding at and why are we holding here. And as you see, I'm raw dogging. Sorry, we got Yasmin here who is dominating the sounds and attention. All right, we got market open happening. I am gonna probably get one more contract. I don't know. I feel like we might dump that open, to be quite honest. But I got liquidity to play with. This is not advice. This is not how I like to do the pre-markets. But you gotta let the price settle and do what it's gonna do. I'm gonna look for a quick win. I feel like we got enough pullback. Bulls can FOMO, right? The Bulls can FOMO. Hey, we got a good entry. Came all the way back here. So let's hope for a pop. But damn, it's dropping. This is more risk than I wanted. We have 2 seconds. What's gonna happen? Oh, I'm out. So guys, there you go, kids. You just won a free Jet2 holiday. I should have shorted, but I just don't like to short, you know? All right, so we're at the market open. It's very volatile. We're probably going to hit this, I don't even know. We could probably go all the way back to open. Do I just sell along with it? Only down 200. I was down 9, right? All right, yo, so we're selling. We are back at the market open. Oh, no, we're not. Look, the gap. Here's the gap. Jaden told you about this gap. Here we go. We have closed the gap from market open. Do we hold and reverse? That is the ideology. Once we close the gap, we could be looking for a reversal. When you see a straight down move like this, I'm absolutely banking on a potential reversal. I just don't. This is a big move overall. I can't even see where we are right now. Big move overall. The hourly is very exaggerated. We have had all these companies report great earnings. They're up 12%, 10%, 3%, 4%, right? They got to give back some of that profit. There's people taking profits. There's people looking for better positioning. And once you see a green 1 minute candle, that might be a signal for a bottom. We closed the gap. We got a huge green candles right here. So like all of this is just FOMO activity. But we're just coming off 800, 850 high. You know what? We're gonna buy. gave myself a 10-point stop. Again, down $300 already. Dang, I might want to average in. We could be at a local bottom. We could be looking for a push now. We could be looking for a push now. I could be looking for my profit now. All right. I don't know. I think maybe this bottom holds. And if not, I got pie on my face. I've already got pie on my face as it is. It's not advised to let your trade go from green to red, but I might be looking for to average down. Price has been moving so much, I don't know where we are in terms of like where would I average down. I like these wicks, so give me another opportunity for that. Market open, but yeah, I'm probably going to have to log off here soon. I gotta take the kids to school. Oh, since you do it that way. All right, so maybe more downside. I do want to take the monties, but it's so volatile. Like you should definitely use your stop loss. I mean, your limit sell to get it. And instead, here I am down too much. Man, I was up 1,000, right? All right, so price is still not settled. As T knows, I'm looking for Texas right now. We got the Panhandle. I don't know. We are acting like we want to hold this here. I was down 900. Yeah, I know. See, I think Maddie. Give me my thing. Well, maybe this account is going to get pumped, so fuck it. And maybe, just maybe, we come back. We need a little support. We need to hold. But look, we have like so much space down here. Honestly, we can come all the way back down. Where are you trying to go, little man? You can't go nowhere. We have so much room down here that, you know, there is no historical knowledge in terms of like support. Where are we? So but this is acting as a local bottom. Maybe we get a brief push up. It's looking like support. I mean, we'll see. I didn't come all the way here just to get back to break even. Sorry, y'all. This is a fire entry. If this is going to play out, what if we go back to 700s? You know what I'm saying? What if? This account's already, I was already settled to blow it. This is not financial advice. Do not follow my trades. Do not follow my lead. This is not proper risk management. If this was a funded account, yeah, I'd be acting differently. I would take all of that right now. And honestly, do I get my funded in here? I don't know. You know what? I'll take it. If price comes back to here, I'll take this win, and I'll trade like a trader with better risk management. But I've already taken that L, huge L, legging this. And this is the risk of playing after all-time highs, after huge gaps like this. Like, we're still bullish. We're not going to go to zero, but we still need to, you know, the stock market is an auction. You know, we got to balance. So market open, huh? So it's looking for support. I think it's found it. I think this is going to be a local bottom. And we could see a push. It's just so big of a move that we can't see. Like, look, what if, you know, for the dreamers out there, what if we come back up? I mean, and we should, right, to at least 700. It's just a lot of take profits happening. A lot of the companies that are at all-time highs, Meta, Microsoft, they're taking their money off the table. As I would too, you know. Those swing traders, they swung their positions, even though Meta's still holding. Fucking beast. The swing traders who had swing positions, right? They want to close their options. Take that money, they probably up huge, thousands %. So as that happens, it's balancing. You know, the first 15 minutes of market open is going to be just accounting, you know, record keeping. Let's take some money. Let's see where we are. Is this price still justified? Do we like it? And then are we going to see a recovery? Potentially. I don't think I want much for 678. And it could just go right back down to hell. I don't know. I could say I'm gonna save this account and just come back at a better time, wiser time. Okay, I'll do that. But I just feel like it's going to start to retrace back to where it was. Maybe it's gonna go back to where we were. Oh, the account's blown, so I had a chance to save it. Sorry, y'all, but still. So NQ has closed this gap, but ES did not. And like I said, ES is the leader of it all. So ES is still looking to close the gap from market open. Is right there at the gap, and it's pushing off of it. What I will do once this gap close happens, I'll put a funded in. I'll put my funded in, and I'll just recoup that $100 that I just lost on that account there. So, as you trade, it's always great to look at ES and let ES kind of give you an idea about what's about to happen or where it's at. Give me my in. I'm gonna go with the funded for 2. Actually. Man, this thing is like just so whippy woppy. I really hate how it just moves. Ooh-wee. Well, I guess it's cool that it didn't get me in now. Why is this thing all the way down there? Alright, maybe ES has closed this gap. Playing with fire, y'all. Playing with fire. This is the payday right here. So don't you, well, fuck it. We're gonna let it go. Go ahead and get right back to here. And let me just take out the cash, please. Come on, come on, come on. Bam. Little 600. Should have been more. But oh man, look at us now, right? See, that's what I really wanted, man. Anyway. Yeah, there's a lot of bearish pressure, Jaden. But just from price action, me being familiar with the market, like this is expected. Probably me as a trader being more patient, or just even holding my short, right? Holding a short would have paid big. I just don't like shorts. I just prefer to get in at a better position for a long, which thankfully that long played out. We still didn't necessarily close this gap perfectly, but maybe it's going to count for something. Golly, man, oh man, I should have just, that's where I want it from all of it. Anyway, I will get a payout on this one. I mean, actually I needed a few $100 more. All right, but still, y'all, I'm gonna have to end the stream. I gotta take the kids to school. I will be back on when I get back. It could be 10 minutes. It could be an hour. Why? I don't know what my wife has planned along the way. She always has something. The sound is in and out. Yeah, because of these folks over here who are building a house next door called my kids and wife. Jaden, I don't short because I just don't like to short. Yeah, and also with NQ, you can be in a short, then it can reverse and just run over you. But there's plenty of people that make a lot of money shorting. I'm not one of them. I am not one of them. Look at that. I took 15 points and missed another 30. But they're so suspect, you just don't know where the bottom is. But the ES closed the gap and pushed off. So my hypothesis was right. But again, playing with the funded account as well, like, the evals are evals. I can get another one real quick. Hell, it was payday today on all fronts. I'm a vet, and I get paid very well for my daytime run. So I'm about to go stack up on take profit accounts. I should have been playing around with this big boy to get this to pay out. And if we have truly hit the bottom, I'm looking for my favorite pattern, the double bottom. And possibly, potentially, this will come back and do a retest, and this comes for a retest, then I'll get the fundeds in again. I'll probably go here as my entry, because I don't want to give up too much, and I'll do here as my stop. Risk 400. Honestly, I'll go 4 contracts. Yeah, because I do hope and expect us to get back to 700. Will we touch 800? Possibly. But I would love to see, man, this is gone. Well, I don't think we're going to get a double bottom. ES is saying, all right, we are below, but here we are going to hit this 20. Let's see what happens when it hits that EMA. Absolutely, it does. It will do exactly what I wanted when I'm not in the trade. But when I'm in the trade, especially when, that last entry for the eval was respectable, but I was already down by a lot, and I could I could have taken the money and then just wait to get back in again. I should have actually. But hindsight is laser like in the focus. We can always do things better. And the thing is, just take the lessons. Here we are. Golly. Those little measly ass 2 contracts would have been, that would have been 2K versus 600. I was just trying to get a quick win. I was thinking we're going to come back to bounce again. I was like, let me just take that money and come back in and get it again. Whatever. And now I don't like to chase in a trend that's already gone as well, because you can get in right here and then it just cuts back on you. And then what I was hoping for, which is to come back for a retest of this lower level, could then play out. And then I'll be in right here, then I'll blow an account because it decides to go back against me. But that was a fire entry for the funded. Just a very shallow stop loss or take profit. Should have been up to 660. I just didn't know if we were going to come back down for some more. And it's hard to actually follow and track where we are on ES and NQ without it being both on the screen, which I have right here. But you see the divergence, right? NQ closed the gap long ago, and overshot it. Whereas ES closed the gap perfectly, and then retraced. And since ES is dominant, now the market is following along. What could have been? What should have been? But we still got all of this opportunity. You know what I mean? We got a lot of opportunity for more wins. But I keep saying it, but I seriously, I do got to run. I will see you all here in just a moment. And yeah, trade safe, good positioning. You know, we got to make some money. Let's get some payouts today.